Meanwhile, India has reported close to about 9 million cases of COVID-19 infections. A vaccine, of course, is the need of the hour, and the Indian government is very closely observing the 5 vaccine contenders. Now, the first potential vaccine has been developed by Oxford and AstraZeneca. The Serum Institute of India is conducting the third phase of the clinical trials. And Bharat Biotech's Covaxin is also in the third phase of the trials. Covaxin is India's first homegrown potential vaccine that could prove to be effective. Now, India is expected to start the second phase of trials of Russia's vaccine candidate Sputnik V. The trial is likely to start next week, and Zydus Cadilla's vaccine candidate has almost completed its second phase of trials. A vaccine candidate by Biological E is also in the first phase of its clinical trials. Now, the Indian government is closely observing 2 global vaccine candidates, both by Moderna and also by Pfizer. However, cold chain requirements for Pfizer's candidate puts India in an incredibly tough position. Now, experts say that Moderna's vaccine would be a better option for India, and here's why. The 2 global vaccine candidates are based on essentially the same principle. However, there are some key differences which are likely to affect storage and distribution, especially for a vast and a warm country like India. So let's talk a bit about Moderna. Its vaccine candidate can be stored and transported at -20 degrees Celsius. It can be stored at refrigerator temperature for a period of about 30 days, and it can also be stored at room temperature for about 12 hours. A person is required to take 2 doses of the vaccine with a gap of a month. Meanwhile, in Pfizer, its vaccine candidate has to be stored at -70 degrees Celsius, which is what makes it the more challenging option. The Pfizer's vaccine candidate can be stored at refrigerator temperature for only about 5 days, and a person is again required to take 2 doses of this vaccine shot with a gap of 3 weeks between.